Hello and welcome to another video update about the TLT, iShares 20 plus year Treasury Bond ETF. And it is entirely possible that this downtrend that started in 2020 has at least come to a temporary pause. Okay, so we have this move down labeled as a potential 5-wave move down. From an Elliott Wave point of view, that means the overall trend is down. I am watching for a corrective bounce that has so far been quite weak only. Okay, so that leaves the door open maybe for another extension in this A wave to the downside, the first 5-wave move down. So it's possible it's extending, which would be the white scenario. In the yellow scenario, a low already formed in this A wave and 5 waves down completed. Here at around $82.50, so that B wave bounce is basically due, and it could form as an A, B, C structure. Yeah, that would be ideal, but again, the bounce so far has been quite weak, and the deep retracement we've seen recently, and I'm going to zoom in a minute. Yeah, it challenges the assumption of a wider B wave. So I'd say I'm quite neutral about whether the B wave has already started or we get an extension in the A wave to the downside. It really will depend on how the microstructures develop. But overall, the idea is that, let's say long term, the TLT should go down further. That's basically what this structure suggests, yeah, especially this 5-wave decline. Now, let's go to the daily time frame. If there is going to be a larger bounce, like in this B wave, which is a corrective rally in such a downtrend, then it should really happen from here. So such a corrective rally is typically labeled an ABC structure, where the A wave can be a 3-wave move. Then the B wave ideally would have bottomed already, but it's getting very, very messy here, this subwave structure. So the yellow does have problems, the yellow structure, yeah, but it is still valid. We will have likely some support in this region here where the red line is positioned, around $82.40. Such an internal B wave, A, B, C, can form a double bottom, might even overshoot slightly. That's a so-called flat correction. But honestly, ideally, it would form a low here somewhere in this region. But without at least a small upside impulse or break above this corrective price channel, I cannot clearly favor the yellow scenario. Best signal that the move to the upside has started would be a first 5-wave move up. Okay, and that would be likely in this yellow wave 1. That would be an initial 5-wave move up. So that would give us an indication we're moving up, and then wave 1, yeah, would be the rally. Then the wave 2 pullback should form a higher low, and that would be a setup for this third wave. And the standard resistance area starts at $111. So that's what would be ideal, but the market hasn't really done much from a bullish side in recent weeks and months. You know. Now, I'd say at least a reset here of this B wave a little lower is likely. If we start to break below the red line at around $82.50, then I will start to assume wave A is extending. Then the next support will be around $78.88, $75.69, or even $73.81. So these are kind of the thoughts I have around this chart. No sign of a low, basically. This year did look quite promising, this rally between January and the April high. But the retracement is too deep to make that really a bullish setup. So very questionable, and therefore we need new evidence for a low, which would come with this 1-2 setup in yellow. So we have to have a bit of patience. No reaction at the moment to any of the support levels, and therefore I would at least prepare for an extension in wave A. But this is the area where I'm watching if another upside impulse shows. This could be counted as 5 waves, but and again, a 5-wave move is a first signal we're turning around, but it didn't hold a higher low. So just needs new evidence for a low, basically. And long-term downtrend, but I would say medium-term, there's still that chance for a bounce. please note, as long as we're in this price channel, there isn't really that signal, okay? We need really that 5-wave move above the price channel. And the break above the green line would be an even better signal. We've bottomed. That's at $94.40. That's the update on the TLT. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.